So
I don't know. I'm looking at it going,
speaking of things to look at and go, and the whole multiverse thing, the Disneyverse is now getting out of hand because they want to, and we are not joking about this, they want to make a Lion King verse. Apparently, there is a story to tell of the young Mustafa growing up. There are other stories to be told how Scar became to be called Scar. Obviously, when he was born, what should we call him? Oh, let's call him Scar. I'm sure he'll get one later on in life. But apparently, they want to do a whole set of movies based around the live-action Lion King. And
I'm
again,
looking forward to that Zazu movie, man.
Yeah, okay, and you just think to yourself, seriously, who works in Disney and is coming up with these ideas?
Untalented political actors. That's who we're.
We'll say it again. We'll say it again for those of you at the back. Yeah, they want to do a Lion King verse, a universe based around the Lion King, the live action. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I watched the live action version. I can't remember, but it was Jon Favreau, so it's bound to be like fairly good because credit where credit's due. The guy makes a decent movie. However, doing a whole, Timber and Pumbaa, the early days, or it's difficult to get your head round. This is what Disney, who is hemorrhaging money, is spending their money on.
Well, what do? They just rape and pillage their old libraries. That's all Disney does anymore. And if they don't have enough in their old libraries, they go out and buy libraries like Marvel, like Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
You cannot for 50, 60 years they did original stuff all the time. They've had their peaks and valleys, but you can't say that they didn't try to keep doing something new. For every thing that didn't work, like a Fox and the Hound or a Black Cauldron, which I think is underrated, but I can understand it didn't do so well. There's they come back up with like the Little Mermaid and the Beauty and the Beast and the Lion King and all that.
Yeah,
that's not their model anymore. Their model is rape and pillage everything that came before. Well, how many times do you think you can do that? And how many times do you think you can just stay in these safe, what they think is safe old properties? I said in one of our live streams, I says, I don't know how much longer Disney can survive as a company because Peter Pan and Wendy died a horrible death. It looks like Little Mermaid is dying a horrible death. They are stuck with all this ESG stuff. And the ESG stuff, I've been doing a lot of research.
The expression, what's ESG?
Environmental Social Governance.
Oh, my goodness, how you get. That's even worse than it sounds. Right, okay.
It is. It is worse than it sounds. And that's where you get diversity, equity,
inclusion. Yeah.
And all this and stuff with it. But it also has a lot of environmental nonsense in it because of the church and the global warming. And it's everything, all these companies, they are partially or minority owned by either Vanguard, BlackRock, or State Street. And these three monsters of investment firms, they are the ones pushing all this. And they have either bought or they've invested so much in these companies that they own at least 22 to 25% of these big corporations. And it's not just Disney. I mean, it's Target, it's Anheuser-Busch, it's all these companies.
Yeah.
And that's how everybody's retirement funds work, is like you're invested in these companies through these investment firms like BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard. Yes, there's some other ones, but they all own this stuff. So they keep pushing this down using what they call stakeholder capitalism. And it's not shareholder capitalism anymore. It's stakeholder capitalism, which means subscribe to our weird religious cult. And you need to do this or else we'll stop giving you money, or we'll sell all your stock. If we sell all your stock is going to go down the tank because we own 20. I mean, if 25% of Disney gets sold overnight, the stock is going to go through the floor.
I was going to say, that's if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, we will murder all of your family.
Well, that's the thing. What I am confused about is that, okay, they're holding all these companies hostage with these ESG nonsense. Okay, fine. But now you look at Target, where nobody's shopping there. You look at Bud Light, nobody's buying Bud Light. I hear Kohl's is having a problem. All these places, people are said, I'm done, I'm not shopping there anymore, which means their stock price is tanking anyway. Now, if the stock prices continue to tank, these investment firms, they have a lot of money, but they don't have unlimited funds, and all their funds are tied up into corporations that they've bought. It seems to me that if all these corporations really start tanking their stock price and everything, this is going to be a chain reaction. That's going to, as more and more people like me and you just stop buying at these companies anymore, then how can they survive? And since Disney has nothing new on the horizon to get people excited, so people aren't going to go to the Disney parks, even though they still are. I guess the parks are doing very well, but long term,
not the Star Wars one.
Well, true. I mean, the hotel went under, right? So I'm going, okay, how can this can't continue. If you produce nothing but religious nonsense.
Any other company would just not, it wouldn't function. It would cease to be.
Well, they are ceasing to be. But nobody, I went to the liquor store last night and buy a box of wine because I'm cheap shit. And I just took a glance and I'm like going, all the stock that they have in the back, like you could go to the back and behind where all the things are. And all the stock that they have in the back looks, 2 to 4 cases of various different beers, except for Bud Light, which is stacked up to the goddamn ceiling. And I'm like, okay, if you're not selling it, you're not producing it. If you go under, then what does BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street have in a worthless company now?
Yeah.
You have 22% of zero. What do you got? And if Disney can't produce anything anymore, nobody's going to go watch their movies. I'll point to Exhibit A, The Little Mermaid. Then what do you got, Vanguard, BlackRock? You got nothing. You got 22% to 25% of zero. And if those big investment firms go under, then what's going to happen? I don't know.
I was just going to say that what I do love, though, is how the PR cope with this, because obviously if you don't go to see The Little Mermaid, you're a racist. And so it's kind of like, right, so the people that are going to see it aren't racist, but the people who should be going to see it are racist. So you're slagging off the people who should be paying to go and do that. That's, again, it's a bold strategy.
Well, I mean, if you don't go see it, you're racist because you don't want to see a black. So did the people that went and saw it because she was black? And why is that less racist than not going to see it because she's black? I didn't go see it because I didn't want to see another a boring retread of something that I've already seen. The stupid diversity casting was just icing on the cake, but it just visually it looked like crap.
Yeah. Okay, right, okay. I was going to say something else and I forgot what it was now. And blah, 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 I can't remember. Let's move on then too.
Thank you for watching this excerpt from Outpost Frequencies. Tune in live every Sunday at noon Central Time or 6 o'clock UK time. And also, remember to come to lastmovieoutpost.com for all your latest in movie news, streaming news, and everything cool about film. We are the cool news now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.